You're listening to us. And the face.
Hello.
Welcome Nice in the Face, episode 25.
I'm sorry, I stepped on your hello.
It's September 18th at 9:35 in the PM,
I
and
feel
tonight
terrible.
we're going to talk about hookers.
You're listening to us.
And taxes.
And the face.
That's Ryan. Thank you. I was talking about hookers.
We're all the same piece of shit.
Yes. So, yes, we're here at a reduced Awesome Talk bar tonight because the Awesome Talk bar is being
Welcome Nice
finished
in the Face, episode
this weekend.
25.
It's not reduced.
I'm sorry, I
Fuck
stepped
that
on
shit,
your
And
man.
by
It's
finished,
enhanced.
it means
You just can't see it.
9:35 in the PM,
I
and
feel
It's just
tonight we're
enhanced. You
gonna
can't
talk
see it
about
because you
hookers.
can't
You're listening to us.
And
You
taxes.
don't know.
We could take that.
Yeah, and the small bar's what we are.
That's what we want.
And the face.
That's
He
Ryan.
isn't even smaller.
Thank you. I was talking about hookers. Yes, there's little bar, and it gets smaller, smaller, and smaller.
And then there's a tiny microphone.
So
at the
yes,
top.
we're here at a reduced Awesome Talk bar tonight
I see you
because
pop
the
it down.
Awesome
Hello.
Talk bar is being
Finished
tonight I'm
this
actually
weekend.
drinking a
It's
fine
not
little
reduced.
prosecco.
Sorry, I
Fuck
stepped
that
on
shit.
it.
And by
It's
finished,
enhanced.
means
It
we're
was
gonna
$1
be
off
in the
and
9:35
$9.99.
in the PM,
And it's
tonight
delicious.
It's
we're
enhanced. You
gonna
can't
talk
see it
about
'cause you can't
You're listening to us.
And
see
taxes.
it.
We could take that.
Right, and the small bar's what
He isn't even smaller.
Thank you. Yes, there's little bar, and it gets smaller, smaller, and smaller.
Hard shit
And
is
then there's a
expensive
tiny
when it comes to this.
microphone.
So
at the
yes,
top.
we're
Yeah,
here to
yeah,
reduce
exactly.
Awesome Talk bar
I want
tonight.
some,
because
I
there's
see you
such a
pop
big
it down.
bar.
Awesome
Hello.
Talk bar is.
I was
being-
surprised.
Hey,
well,
man,
well,
there's
tonight
some
I'm
champagne
actually
on
drinking a
it.
fun
It's not
Well,
really
it'll
a
get you
motherfucker.
fucked
Yeah.
up,
Sipping
but
it,
it's
don't
not
enhance.
means
It
we're
was
gonna
$1
be
off
in the
and
9:35
$9.99.
in the
And
PM.
it's
It's
delicious.
enhanced. You can't see it 'cause you
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised to find
And
it for
taxes.
$1.
We could take that.
Right, and the small bar's what
He isn't even smaller.
Thank you. Yes, there's little bar, and it gets smaller, smaller, and
It's
smaller.
hard
And
bout.
then there's a tiny microphone.
So
at
yes,
the top.
we're here to
Yeah,
reduce
exactly.
Awesome Talk bar.
I want
tonight.
some,
Because
I
there's
see
such
you
a
pop
big
it down.
bar.
Awesome Talk bar is.
I was
being-
surprised.
well,
There's
tonight
some
I'm
champagne.
actually drinking a
It's
fun
not
Well,
minimal.
a lot of big fucked up.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's not.
It
A
was
lot of
$1 off
ups and
and
downs, left, right,
$9.99.
you know how it is.
In,
What
out,
happens?
delicious. We're over, we're under, behind, upside down.
I was kind of surprised to find it for $1.
Right, and the small bar's what Well,
He isn't even
so can I throw
smaller.
something out there?
You're gonna be like stones
There's
the
a little
third
bar,
one.
and it gets smaller, smaller.
So,
and smaller.
Florida.
I'm gonna take us to Florida. I'm
So,
gonna whisk you.
yes,
We're here to-
Always
Get out of Florida.
I'm gonna whisk you magically away to the
I
wonderful.
feel like
I
I
was
should
surprised.
have-
Well,
Yeah.
tonight I'm actually drinking a fun
Well,
minimal.
a lot of big fucked up. but
Considering all the
it's
good
a
It
lot
was
of
$1
ins
off.
and outs,
They
ups and
would owe us
downs, left, right,
$9.99.
you know how
I'm
it
not
is.
talking
In, out,
Delicious.
we're over, we're under, behind, upside
So,
down.
I was kind of surprised to find it
Well,
for
he's a
$1.
dude in South Florida. This guy, police went to his house at a restaurant. So can I throw something out there? However,
You're gonna be like stones the third one.
they found a smaller.
Florida.
I'm gonna take us to Florida. We're
Running
gonna
around
whisk you.
Always
Get out of Florida.
I'm gonna whisk you magically away.
I feel like
I
I
was
should
he had
have-
rough
Yeah.
tonight I'm
Dead
drinking a
cats.
minimal.
A lot of big fucked up. but
Considering all the good
He had
a lot
dead
of
kids.
ins and
Dead
outs,
kids.
He had over
I'm not
50
talking
ounces,
about
very
cats.
under behind. Well,
What was he like waiting for the right time to bury them?
this guy,
Say, we had
police went to his house.
Who
Well,
hurt
so
you,
can I
like,
throw something? However,
You're gonna be like, stone the
they found so in Florida. I'm gonna take us to Florida. Running a rescue
Get out of Florida.
I want to whisk you magically away.
I feel like
Does he have rough well? Dead man. You know what? If I died, that's
I'd
why we
rather you
over
find
50
my
ounces.
cats.
If I die, I don't mind. Well,
What was he like waiting?
sit me up at the bar for the beer and a small martini.
Oh, give me a
This
burning.
guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Who hurt you,
can I
like,
throw something? However, yeah. So do whatever. So in Florida, I'm gonna take us to running a rescue beer.
Get out of Florida.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna whisk you magically away.
I feel like
Does he have rough well? Dead man. Very good. You know what? If I died, that's why 50 cats is not fake. If I die, I don't mind. I was really there. Well,
what was he like waiting?
sit me up at the bar for the small martini.
Oh, give me a
This
burning.
guy. Well, can I throw something? However, yeah. So do whatever. So in Florida, like a rescue. Well, yeah, I'm gonna whisk you magically away.
I feel like
Does he have rough well? Very good. You know what? If I died, that's why 50 cats is not very. If I die, I don't mind cats. I was really there. Well, sit me up at the bar for a small martini.
Oh, give me a
This
burning.
guy. Well, can I throw something? However, yeah. So do whatever. Cats
Never, you know,
like a whiskey. Well, yeah, I'm gonna whisk you magically away. Does he have rough well? Very good. You know what? If I died, that's why 50 cats is not very. If I die, I don't mind cats. I was really there. Sure. Well, but I don't have to sit me up at bar for it's a lot. And the fact that I can't this guy. However, yeah. Well, they're going to be alive first. Cats is never, you know, like a whiskey. Well, yeah, I'm gonna whisk you magically away. Does he have rough well? Very good. You know what? If I died, that's why 50 cats is not very. If I die, I don't mind cats. I was really there. Well, but I don't have to sit me up at bar for it's a lot. And the fact that I can't this guy. However, yeah. Well, they're going to be alive first. Cats is never, you know, like a whiskey. Well, yeah, whiskey magically away. Does he have rough well? Very good. You know what? If I died, that's why 50 cats is not very. If I die, I don't mind cats. I was really there. Well, but I don't have to sit me up at bar for it's a lot. And the fact that I can't this guy. However, yeah. Well, they're going to be alive first. Cats is never, Does he have rough well? Very good. You know what? If I died, that's 50 cats is not very. If I I die. I didn't mind cats. I was doing that third shirt. Well, but I don't have a sit me on that bar. It's a lot. Like, just said, like, this yeah, well, they're going to be a lot of tags. That's a I die. I didn't mind cats. I was doing that third shirt. Well, but I don't have a sit me on that bar. It's a lot. Like, just said, like, this yeah, well, they're going to be a lot of tags. That's a I die. I didn't mind cats. Third shirt. But I don't have a sit me on that bar. It's a lot. Like,
He put it on reverb forever.
Well, that's kind of dumb.
I know exactly why it's happening. It's going to stop happening now.
Why? Everything stopped happening now.
What happened was YouTube's version of it was running behind it, and it was all coming through the.
I think that's YouTube. Like, that's not simultaneous. Like, that's
Yeah, there's nothing else playing.
something's up. Something in the, whatever program.
I told you.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Hello.
Do we start over now, I guess?
Do we?
That would make sense.
See? It's ready.
Is it working?
Yeah, it's because.
So I guess nobody heard anything we said.
All right. Remember
So-
everything that we said already.
Welcome to. Well, yeah, but nobody heard anything that was
Yeah.
said.
All they
that's
heard.
a good
All they
point.
heard was that tragic mess.
fine. Okay.
Hello,
That's why
welcome to
my
Ice in
wife
the
was
Face.
so vehemently calling.
Welcome to Ice in the Face, episode 25. It's 9:47 p.m. on
Welcome.
Thursday, September 18th. Hi, I'm Sarah. That's Rick, and that's
Hi,
Ryan.
I'm Ryan. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, so apparently.
tonight. We're going to talk about Jesus, hookers, and taxes.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey.
hookers, Jesus, and taxes. Oh, crap.
Hey, taxes, very American.
Yeah,
Derp a
true.
derp.
Derp a derp.
Well, that was
Oh, I
weird.
see you're doing
Jesus,
some
also
dumb-
very American.
some DP over there.
Yeah.
Aaron's got it clean, so we're
Cool,
all
cool,
good.
cool.
Got yourself some bubbly DP over there.
Hey, for anybody who's just watching live on YouTube,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
sorry that got all fucking
Bing,
weird.
bam, boom.
Big
You
bang,
mi-
boom.
you
Bada
missed,
bing,
like,
bada boom. What are you going to do?
All the things that we
You do
said
a little
about
this,
Dom
you do a little
P
of that.
and you know things belonging and not belonging.
Put it where it doesn't
You
belong.
never
Yeah.
muted the computer.
Son of a cunt.
You weren't
are
a
just
computer
terrible.
muter. You are not a computer muter.
This crazy Mac.
Just all over the place tonight.
The crazy Mac that was working correctly.
You got to work with this shady G, this crazy Mac,
Shady G, bubbly DP.
bubbly DP, and crazy Max.
All right, keep going. Don't wait for me. I'm coming back.
What? Oh yes.
We weren't waiting for you.
You have to tell your story again because that's what led into what I was talking about with the rat, and I never even got to the end of it, which is amusing.
What story? We're talking
Your
about
stupid
the...
cats.
Oh, okay. So anyway, the new fucking Florida, South Florida, some idiot,
Always Florida.
some idiot named Douglas Westcott. The police went to his house for child pornography. You know,
And they got
As
a 2
one
for
is
1.
wont to
as
do.
one isn't not wont to do. And so the police, they ran into a surprise. They discovered approximately 30 living cats that were all sick with skin diseases and shit.
I thought you were
inside the
gonna
house.
say with schizophrenia. I'm like,
Yeah. Some
they
schizophrenic
tested them all
cats.
for that? That's
Yeah.
weird.
One cat was like started barking, and then it was fucking chipmunk noisy.
The other cat was just banging its wrists on the walls,
Yeah.
listening to emo.
So then they found that, and if that's not fucking bad enough, that this this kid fucker has got 30 cats running around in his
Yeah.
house. He's got 50 dead cats in various freezers in
Yes.
his home as well. Now, the question we
Maybe
were
maybe
pondering
they-
was why the fucking dead cats in various freezers.
Well, wait, don't forget my point too. That I think that was his enabler.
What
I think I think he
Freezers.
he never had the guts to do it, but like one day just ran into a deal on freezers, and now that he had 30
might as well stick
freezers,
cats in
he
it.
was just like, well, now I've got no
As
reason
one
not to
is
put
wont
dead
to
cats
do.
in them.
Right.
You know,
Right,
as one is
exactly.
wont to do. Yes.
And it's like I wrote on Spooky Meat recently. People give away a lot of weird shit on Craigslist. I'll bet you he was just surfing the Craigslist. He was surfing to fuck a little boy or something, and instead he stumbled upon
on Craigslist,
freezers.
You're not going to find a lot of ads for little boys
The
that
ad-
need to
I'll
be
tell you what.
fucked.
I'll tell you what. If
They
you're the
might have joined the Boy Scouts
Why do
or
I-
become an altar boy.
But I
but-
sense that there's a connection. Like, if you're the type of dude that would be looking for little boys on Craigslist, you would also find
don't
freezers.
think
I think
so.
he was like,
I
You know,
would
for the
assume-
bodies after you murder them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not for cats. Maybe he was reported for kitty porn.
I
and
bet
the cops got
I bet
that
he like
shit all wrong.
I bet he went on
Oh my!
Craigslist.
Hold on.
Hold up. I
That,
went
that
in-
was
yes.
kitty
True.
porn.
Kitty
porn.
Or he went on Craigslist and he was like 10 like
Free kittens to little boys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like 10 cold hard
Love to be
10-year-old
pet.
bodies.
They never bite or move.
And he wound up with 10 freezers and was just like
10
and they were
Also
freezers.
good
at
5
keeping
cats
it.
per
Yeah.
freezer.
perfect for storing.
Can you
dead
imagine like
kitties.
being friends with him and like you got
No.
hit, like you get hit in the face or something? You're like, oh fuck, it hurts, and he's like, wait, here, put this on, it won't swell, and he hands you a dead frozen cat, shoves
Yeah.
it on your face so you don't get a black eye.
I
Or-
could see.
Now
or
that's
may-
a conundrum because on one hand you don't want the black eye, on the other hand you got the cat on your face.
Well,
I'll do you one better. What if the thing that he threw at you was already a frozen dead cat, and then he gives you a frozen dead cat just to,
I
to,
would
you know,
just hope
stop
that
the
he
swelling?
swung it by the tail.
Well,
Because the original frozen dead cat like shattered upon hitting you.
well, what if
Yeah.
you're over there fucking trying to play Xbox with the guy because you're a buddy and you're all just like,
You're bro.
you know, and I could picture him among 30
yeah,
cats
dude.
taking some like massive bong rips with his pal.
Yo, what
and
up,
his-
bro? Didn't you have
Hey,
like
bro.
50 cats yesterday?
No, and then he goes, hey, dude, I'm gonna go get a Choco Taco at the freezer. You want? And then you get up and go to the freezer, and you just got fucking cats all frozen, looking at you all wall-eyed.
I was imagining like they were really high and like the cat jumped up on the counter and the dude took out like some food to make a sandwich and he left the food on the counter and just absentmindedly grabbed the cat and put it in the freezer and shut the door
Yeah.
like
But he
Yeah.
does this repeatedly.
Then in the morning he wakes up, he's like, I left the fucking food out last night, and then just forgets that the cat
Oh,
doesn't
crap.
even remember.
I left the corpse in the freezer.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's a corpse now anyway.
Another one bites
back
the
to your
dust.
point, like when his friend opens the fridge. I think that's usually the moment where the camera pans and you see the guy standing behind him. And I'm sorry, at that point you got to kill him, right?
Yeah,
He
that's
He
it.
found your secret. Like, I mean, like, oh my God, 50 dead cats.
Yeah.
You know, like, damn. Now, not only do I have to kill you, but we'll
Why
never
would
know
they,
how
like,
Madden
okay,
was going to
here's my
end. You
question,
know?
like, this dude, if this dude doesn't, like, let's say he was innocent of the whole porn thing, and it was
Okay.
just that they found a bunch of frozen cats.
Right.
Like, I know that he'll get fined, and the living cats will be taken because you're not allowed to have like over 4 in most places.
But do they have the right to do it
But-
since that's not
wait,
what
no,
they
no,
went
no.
there for?
Yeah, they'll just call animal control, and animal control will come and do it. But my thing is, if they found out that he like was just going out for walks around his neighborhood and picking up dead cats and putting them in his freezers, like what could they charge him with? Like maybe
Yeah,
he just,
it's not illegal to collect
like
dead
he
cats.
didn't murder. Like what if he didn't
Yeah,
murder
nothing.
them? You know,
I mean,
like,
did they even take the cats? They're his fucking dead cats. Do they have the right to
well,
seize
I mean,
those?
if he's in the newspaper, I
Well,
think we
actually,
can safely
I think
assume there's
that
a proceeding.
there's a
and they
chance-
probably took
They'll
the dead
probably
cats from
end
him.
up. They could probably tell him that he's living in unsafe.
Well, yeah, I
conditions.
think
Well,
that would
yeah,
be. It would
yeah,
become
that
a
makes
domestic
sense.
thing about, I mean, first off, you have a bunch of sick cats, and I mean, like toxoplasmosis and shit like that, like cat shit and feces, and like, it would create an unsanitary, and also depending on what neighborhood
That's
he
why you
lives
freeze
in,
them.
Yeah,
keep
so he probably
the
started
for the
freezing them.
germs.
Probably started freezing. Maybe he was just living in like this gigantic fucking harem of dead cats.
Yeah, like a cat igloo.
And like it started stinking, so he was like, "Well, I don't want to throw any of them away."
He's living in a cat.
Yeah.
He's living in a cat yurt.
Maybe he has a cycle. Maybe you know what I mean? Like maybe he freezes the cats for a month and then freezes the cats he's been using and takes those ones out and lets them thaw.
So they're all like frozen cum inside?
They're refrozen and frozen again.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
Jesus
like every
Christ.
time he gets off with a used cat, he's like melting the inside frozen sperm that
Probably.
was already there.
Yeah,
Then
because-
he's making
And then he, like, you know,
spermsicles.
And then he like douches them out and he's just
So
like
wait,
still
by the
good.
time the cat is complete, so
Yeah, he's
so
making
wait,
spermsicles. That's why his buddy thought he
so
had choco
there's
tacos.
this dude sitting there, right? Like he like all year long. He's been doing what that fucking grandmother did with Hansel and Gretel, like just fattening them up.
Oh,
he's just,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
just
yeah. Oh, you mean the
coming
witch.
and
Yeah.
coming in them all year, right?
Wait, and they're alive still?
No,
And
he
someday
keeps
I
putting
will
them
have
in
a
the freezer.
jizz
No,
souffle.
he keeps putting them in the freezer every time he's done. So at Thanksgiving,
Mom,
it
Pa.
thaws out. He can hold it right in front of his face and just squeeze both sides.
Maybe he's just trying
And then
to.
wait, and then what happens?
The whole year's worth of melted cum just surprises him, and he gives thanks.
Surprises him from what orifice? Like from the cat anus? Like
Well, that's
it
what he's been
squeezes out
fucking.
like
Yeah.
you know, like when you go to fill up a water balloon, but you don't tie the top,
It's
and you
sort of
squeeze
like
it.
the
it's like
it's
that,
sort of
but
like
just,
what you use to batter a
But
cake
thicker.
with.
but it's
But
reeking.
it's sort of like what you use to batter a cake with, but a cat's asshole.
Yeah.
What if he was?
Oh.
What if he was? What if he was just starting his own sperm depository and didn't feel like paying the plastic companies outrageous rates for test tubes?
You know what I say? Fuck the man.
He was like, you know what,
And the
dude? I got
cats.
dead cats everywhere. I'll just load them up and
A
freeze
dead
them.
cat is nature's test tube.
Exactly. You know, then you just send the cat to the lab. They squeeze it out and they start impregnating lesbians.
But if I were him, I would have chosen an auto blow too. I figured that'd be a little bit more.
Not as a storage facility.
Well, good point.
You know, I mean, the cat, once you defrost it, moist, warm, gets the job done, and acts as a storage unit.
Yeah, and it's fluffy.
And fluffy.
Yeah.
And its breath smells like fish.
I mean, he might be a visionary. You never know. Maybe he's the next Bill Gates. Maybe the pharmaceutical companies are like, we like the plastic
look,
free storage facility.
For all you Douglas Westcott haters,
I mean, nobody likes these cats.
it's like George Bush said about his presidency. Time will tell. Time will tell. Time will redeem me. It will redeem me. Time will redeem Douglas Westcott with all his cum-filled
no,
cats.
it won't. That fucking kid fucking dick.
Yeah, kid fucker.
I'm fairly certain I'm going to hell for what I just said.
I'm fairly
If there
certain
is
you
one.
have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
so am I. So
Yeah,
am I.
right,
I just
right.
like to throw that out there. Because A, it's cheeky, and B, it's kind of like apologizing without apologizing.
Yeah.
I apologize not.
I apologize for having such a twisted idea, but I really don't care if you liked it or not.
This fucking wine is gloriously good. You want to have a sip? It's Prosecco. It's good stuff.
Prosecco's delicious.
Isn't it good?
Mm.
Yeah. Sarah, what do you got to throw out there? I see you looking at something. You're looking up details.
Oh, well, I have been continuing this story of how I get the Ken Ham emails every week.
Oh, the continuing Ken Ham
The
emails. I love
answer-
these.
Yeah, the Answers Weekly, where he
Where he,
has
like,
to, because there's
answer.
no
He
way
drops
else,
knowledge.
because there's no fucking way that anyone has ever asked anyone else these questions. He makes up the ridiculous questions and then an
And then he
equally
makes up the
ridiculous
answers.
answer.
Dude, I mean, it's the
This
most
one-
brilliant thing.
This was the question.
So some dude the other day asked me.
Wait. For people who are listening for the first time, real quick, and might not know who's Ken Ham.
Ken Ham is the guy who makes who runs the fucking Creationism Museum.
Yeah.
And he's also the guy who recently famously debated Bill Nye about evolution.
Well, it wasn't quite a debate. It was.
No,
I was
it
gonna
was
say I
more
wouldn't
like
call
an-
it debated.
a
The man
slaughter.
who fed himself to Bill, or like
Yeah.
offered himself up as fodder to Bill Nye.
And the fodder
As
does
one
well
is
on this,
wont
as
to
one
do.
is wont to do.
That's what it's want to do.
So here is the question this time around. Why are lives shorter after the flood? Why?
Why?
Why? Well,
Why?
I'm going to tell you. We're going to get to that.
I can't wait to find out.
You're about to hear the good news.
There are no answers about lives before the flood.
A probable cause for shortened lives may be the accumulation of genetic mutations.
Oh.
Wait,
That-
he fixes it.
He better
fixes
fix it because that's an admittance of evolution.
However, would take many generations and might not explain the sudden 300-year drop in lifespan from Noah to Shem.
Shem.
300-year
Yeah.
lifespan. Yeah, because humans lived that long.
First
Yeah.
off,
Another
God.
possible reason for shorter lives after the flood, and I love how they capitalize flood like it's a fucking
like it's like
are
a
you
real event.
psychotic
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, like is burning bush also capitalized?
Sure, it would be. But I wish it was the burning.
Had red pubes.
I wish it was the burning bush
So
in
I swear,
the Three Amigos.
It's like the flood, never forget. Like
Yeah,
they
never
actually
forget.
have bumper stickers, you know.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Wait, this
water.
one's so much
the
better,
flood,
though.
never forget.
This is great. Another possible reason for shorter lives after the flood was a change in diet.
It's all the pizza.
Well, it's all the evil apples that snakes tell you not to eat.
And that stupid whore Eve.
God originally created man to live on a vegetarian diet, as stated in Genesis. That being so, God would have provided plant-based foods perfectly designed to sustain long human lives.
He did. Humans destroyed them, though.
The flood was a pivotal point in history that ruined more than we might imagine and
Well-
changed everything that followed.
No.
It changed us from 300-year-old plant veg,
Now, to be
300-year-old
clear-
vegans to like 60-year-old fucking meat-eating Darwin
This
worshippers.
is one of
we
those-
are disgusting. Look at us.
This is one of those tricky, shitty things that creationists do too, because that, like they say, human beings are vegetarians.
Well-
like we are. We're not really supposed to
no,
eat meat.
it-
But the way he believes it is fucking wrong.
Well, no, it's
well,
not even
the-
that.
well, though, it's
But there's the
interesting-
obvious flaw,
well, the
though, right off
interesting
the
thing
bat.
is that they according to them, God gave humans dominion over all animals, which also
Correct.
implies that they are there for sustenance.
Okay.
So what he's saying to me is bullshit. He's using a made up point to back
Yeah.
up an imaginary situation.
It's a made up question to begin with. Who the fuck
all
ever
made up.
asked
Like,
that?
I feel like, honestly,
why after the
you know
flood
what?
did we
This
change
is
our
what-
diet?
This is how I'm gonna start reading these.
You know,
from now on.
like there's a simple answer right there because you evolved. If there was a
Like,
flood,
I imagine
Sarah,
him
hold on.
At
You're not-
home in his sleeping cap, Ebenezer
long one.
Scroogery.
Yeah.
And he's in
Scroogery.
bed with a quill, and he's sitting there thinking to himself, and then he's like, "Dear Ken Ham, why are lives shorter after the flood?" And then he just sits there writing to himself.
And then he picks up a different pen and a different pen of paper and answers.
yeah, right.
well, no, but I love it though because he just admitted like his own faults and flaws. Just completely did it in every sentence
But
that
no one who follows him will
no,
see
it doesn't
that
matter.
way.
No, because
That's the
he's
worst
not
part.
because he's not telling them. He's not being honest. He's not
Yeah.
telling them. He can't. He has an incapability to analyze his own thoughts and his own speech.
Right.
Because he's not. They're not his thoughts. They're
Right.
not his speech. He's regurgitating shit, and he's doing it to get you to pay attention to him. And the obvious right off the bat, the question and answer in and of itself, both ridiculous, completely ridiculous. And I don't believe for 1 second that any rational person asked him why is life different after the
Exactly.
flood. And then second off, it doesn't even matter because if that's one of his, if he made it up as a valid question so that he could make a valid response, he was still wrong because within his response, he admits to evolution.
Yeah, he did admit
No,
to
I mean, like,
evolution.
even after he denied it.
Yes, right.
Even
He's like,
after
"Well,
he denied
that
it, he was
would
like,
take-"
well, because, like, we were vegetarians
Yeah, I
and there
mean-
were no more vegetables. Yeah, jackass.
Yeah.
So when you change your diet because you don't have what you used to eat, it's called evolving, moron. You know what I mean? Your God is officially dead right there. Right there. Everything you say you know
he
about
died
the universe.
because he started eating meat.
yeah,
not
bastard.
even. It just no when there were no more plants.
I don't
Right there, even. You know.
There's like meat plants growing up out of the ground now. It's
Yeah.
like steaks
If
and
there's
like
talking
porterhouse.
snakes, then
If
there
no,
might
but-
as well
and-
be pork chop
And well,
trees.
no, but that's the real deal, though.
I'll take a pork chop
if that's
tree.
what they say in their fucking stupid book is that, like, oh, but he will provide plant life for you to, because that's what he does, and he's your God, and it's perfect. Then what the fuck was the flood to
Wait,
begin
I
with?
have one question, and this I,
Yeah.
I have to. You know what? I'm actually
Why
going
did
to
he
write.
take it away?
I'm going to write Ken Ham a letter.
A real one.
Absolutely.
By hand or
Because your
by
hands,
email.
they kind of suck.
Well, I wasn't implying that, but it's funny.
My question is going to be, if God intended for us to only eat plants, then why did his son give people fish?
I just love how every discussion that these lead to is just one contradictory paradox amongst another.
Did that just blow
and
your
it
mind?
just goes.
My mind is blown the
goes.
fuck apart
Yeah.
by that.
There you go.
Blown to shit. Can I ask you something?
He would be fucking. He would be making wine and tofu. Like, what the fuck? Are you
Word.
kidding me?
Or fucking kale chips.
Vegetable salad and broccoli medley and
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll bet he's a vegetarian. I'll bet the guy never goes and has cheeseburgers. I'll bet.
I just wish he'd, why not pizza? Why not? I mean, what's with the fish?
That doesn't matter. It's just I love fish.
doesn't
It's
matter.
all good.
I
I
love
like
fish.
fucking meat too. You
Why
know?
didn't he give us some swordfish steaks?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe he did. I don't know.
And then God got pissed off and fucking was like, screw you. You don't even fucking listen to me and you're my son. So how are these people going to listen? Your ass is getting nailed to some boards.
Yeah, take that.
It's just,
Yeah, you can come out in 3 days. You're punished for 3 days.
Yeah, right.
After
Go
the
to
fact.
your room. Go to your cave.
Go to your cave.
Block it with that giant boulder.
Yeah.
I just-
Minions, roll that in front of the hole.
Don't worry. You'll see him in 3 days. I promise. Just take this acid. Not yet. Not yet. Wait 3 days
Wait
first.
3 days and take the acid.
I love it. I just love it. It's fucking hilarious. It's an exercise in stupidity.
Can I
and
say
it's just
something?
fantastic.
Do you think Ken Ham is a bad person?
Who knows? I don't know.
What do you think? I think he's a dangerous public figure, but that doesn't
I
necessarily mean
think
bad person.
I think the level of ignorance that he touts, I don't doubt that he believes what he's saying
No,
sometimes. I
Bill
don't
Nye
know.
said
No
the same thing
tout doubt.
recently.
I don't
no
know.
ta-
I
no,
don't-
no, no doubt.
No tout doubt.
No tout doubt.
Yeah, I don't doubt that he believes some of the things he's saying. I
Totally
know
he does.
I know he doesn't believe all of it though. He's not because to get to where he is, to be smart enough to market and position yourself in that way, you can't possibly be that stupid. You're not a raving lunatic
Or
who
you
is
just
completely
have
devoid
to
of
cater
all
to
logic.
people that are just
Well,
as
no,
dumb.
at some point you accept something, and no matter how
This mic needs
ridiculous
to
it
go up.
sounds to you, you've accepted it. It's a little piece of insanity, and it's not like
Richard.
you don't
Huh?
see.
This needs to go up.
What does?
The mic?
The mic does?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Can
continue
you-
talking.
can
But yeah,
hear it?
it's not that you don't see what you're doing and not even see some of the ridiculousness in it. It's just you have latched on to something that you deem to be a fact and an exclusion, an exclusion from everybody else's rules. You can say whatever the hell you want as long as you say it in like that, and it just makes it true because you accepted that as a reality. You know, like he lives in a world different from the one that we all live in, you know? And that's that. He believes as long as he believes it, that's all that matters. And it doesn't matter whose life he affects, whose life he changes. It doesn't matter whose life he ruins,
Blah.
you know? Or how many people he pisses off and sends backwards 50 years because they were
50?
stupid to begin with. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we're
I'm
going
just-
into the dark
yeah.
ages again here.
Well, you know what I'm saying. You know,
All
like
right, so do I think he's a bad guy?
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't.
curious what you think.
Well, I think bad. There's two ways of taking it. Do I think he's a bad guy? Do I think he fucks his cats and puts them in the freezer?
Well, no, he's
Thanksgiving.
no Westcott.
I
that's
have
just
no-
misguided youth.
I have
no
no
Douglas
idea.
Westcott.
I have no idea about that, but I think that he's a bad person in the way that he's helping to create a less intelligent future for everybody. He's one of the collective of people that's making everyone retarded.
Yeah,
Agreed.
agreed.
Can I
Totes.
like sidebar to that though?
Like the people that are going to be offended by
Yeah.
me using the word retarded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Those people.
Can I sidebar to that?
Go
though?
ahead.
Can we like
Oh.
so what makes him any different?
The what?
The rats. Continue.
Oh yeah, but what makes him any different from like
A guy
NA
that freezes
and
his
AA?
dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a reality. It's not the truth. They say a million things in those programs
Sure.
that are lies. They're not true.
Yeah.
When they call that shit a disease and it's just like cancer and you have no. Oh, my favorite. You can't help it. You
Yes.
have no
You have to
control.
surrender yourself
You
to a
have to
higher
surrender
power.
yourself to a, and then they back off. To their credit,
Ryan?
they back off and they go, "Oh no, that's up for you to decide."
Well, they do that
but they
strategically.
lay the ground rule. Yeah, they lay the ground rules, and I mean, like, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Ryan,
they're all complete bullshit. You had absolute control. You had a choice, and you made it. And you are not sick at all. You're retarded. You're
Ryan?
stupid.
Ryan, I couldn't agree more. You're talking to somebody
Exactly.
who hit 60
But I
days.
mean, so it's like,
Huh?
but that's Ken Ham. But I mean, like, if you're gonna get mad at Ken Ham, then how come AA is allowed to? Why? Because there are some people out there who are that fucking stupid that they need that shit, and it's actually better for all of us that they're there instead of just
Ooh,
going off.
interesting point.
I'm just saying, I hate AA, I hate NA. I've had to be, I've had to go to them.
Me too.
Several times. I respect the fact that there are people who need that because they can't and are not. They do
Right.
not have the moral. They don't have the fucking constitution to just set a line in the sand for themselves. They
So
are
they
sheep
go
who
and
follow.
become addicted to
Exactly.
something else.
Right,
I don't
exactly.
know. I
Yeah,
would
they're
respect-
sheep who
Why
follow.
would I respect
But
that?
they're extremist sheep, and
I
if
have
they're
heard
not, if they're
stories-
not doing drugs, they're going to be blowing shit up and doing.
I've
other
heard
dumb
stories
shit,
of
Sheep
people-
extremist.
Yeah, we don't want a sheep streamist. I've heard stories of people who are like sickeningly addicted to whatever, and then they end up going to AA 6 times a day, 7 days a week, and
Yeah.
it's like, dude, you just traded one addiction for the
Exactly.
other. You've got something else going on.
Yeah.
There's something else
It's a
happening.
disease.
You feel the need to belong to something. You're
You
latching
feel
on.
the need for speed.
No, well, when sometimes it's just a deep look. If you purposely try to destroy yourself, whether subconsciously or not, you're dealing with something inside yourself that you are trying to get
Yeah,
rid of
it's-
or numb or kill.
Well, it's yeah.
And so
That's
to
the
me,
Holy Spirit, Rick.
well, I'm sorry, I don't mean to fucking deny the
no,
Holy
you're
Spirit.
right though.
But
At face value, though, I mean, like what that actually, it's a depreciation of self-worth. You don't think that there's something there's something that you think that you should have or that does belong to you, and that there's something
Like
about your
that
life.
bottle of vodka. In
Yeah,
the
whatever.
freezer.
Who knows? For some people,
That
that's
belongs
it.
to me.
That's actually for some people that might be
it
it.
belongs to
but-
me. Don't you touch it. It's my
But
vodka.
people don't just get 2 bottles of vodka. Like the dream is bigger first. You know what I mean? Like they're just things about your life that you don't like, and instead of accepting it, you just kind of like you beat yourself down about it.
May I change the subject?
Sure.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
No,
because your
never.
cat
No.
story segued into something I read
Oh,
about.
go for it.
I'm pretty
My
sure
fault.
it was on an escalator, and like the handrail moves with the escalator, right? So like the escalator's going up
Wait, where are we? What's happening?
at an escalator.
Okay, we're just on an. Okay.
And there was a rat running down the handrail of the up escalator, and since the handrail goes that way, it was basically like a rat on a treadmill not moving.
Just in suspended
and
animation.
everybody's scared to get on the escalator because there's a rat just in one place running.
I would wonder if I had been slipped something at the mall.
I like rats. I used to have one.
I'd be like, okay, so I went to the Aunt Annie's for a fucking
Aunt
lemonade,
Annie says.
and somebody slipped some mushrooms in my Aunt Annie's lemonade, and now I see fucking rat on the.
Regulators.
Hey man, I got a lot of respect for rats.
Julius was tainted.
Exactly.
Just like stir your fucking orange Julius with a frozen rat tail.
So I
Oh,
went.
there you go.
So I went to the Tiffany concert, and I think somebody might have put something in my orange Julius there.
So, 25-year-old
What?
Grant O'Connor. He accidentally.
That's a fake name.
That's a rich boy name.
Yeah, this is a rich guy.
Nobody's named Grant O'Connor.
What
He-
was the name of the rich dude when we went to see Yeah Dude?
Oh, we went to see yeah, dude.
This
and
was so,
fucking
like-
guy. His name was Brady.
Yeah,
and he
what-
was drunk as
dude.
shit. And Seth
Right.
and Jonathan from yeah, dude are trying to like.
What happened?
But
Wait,
you
there.
tell the story.
Rick had to go around because this building was like 4 floors.
Wait. Can I just
And
clarify?
he left
yeah,
me-
dude is a podcast
Yes.
that we listen
listen
to that we love, and we went to see them in Philadelphia, and it was great.
So anyway, Rick leaves me in my wheelchair and he goes off to another floor for a minute. But he leaves me directly in a small circle of friends as if I was part of their group. Like he didn't do it on purpose, and they were all unbelievably wasted,
way hammered,
and they were like the most stereotypical rich white. Like they were like, oh God, I wish I would have taken the limo here instead. Like that kind of, and then like, oh, this beer has me so tipsy.
Yeah.
And then like someone. He goes up to ask for an autograph or whatever, and the chick's like, oh, his name's Brady. And I'm like, yeah, of course his name's fucking Brady.
Yeah, she said it out loud because the dude was wearing like one of those like little frat
he was wearing like
suits.
a polo.
Yeah, I've had
with
moments
a
like
fucking-
that.
Yeah, and Sarah Loud goes, of course his name is Brady.
What the fuck else could it? I even
Yeah,
said
right.
it to fucking. I said it to Seth.
Original.
Yeah, she said it to Seth. And like,
I don't want to. I'm not gonna be. He left.
yeah.
It was apparent to everyone who heard me that, of course, this dude's name was Brady.
Yeah. Oh, it
Hey, Brady, if you're listening, call in.
yeah, come
We'll
on,
make
call in.
fun of you some more.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
For
Call,
us.
make sure you're wearing your polo
You
shirt.
probably won't like it, but we'll get a hoot out of it.
Oh man, it would be so much
A
fucking
real
fun.
hoot.
A real hoot.
So,
And maybe even a holler.
should I continue?
Yeah, I guess.
Grant O'Connor,
Yeah, fake name.
Again?
he butt dialed 911 whilst having dinner at Don Pepe's Mexican restaurant,
Okay.
and he began talking about drugs and going to a drug dealer's house.
Wow.
While listening, they traced the call. Police went to the restaurant and found weed and paraphernalia on him in his car and arrested him.
Good.
So he sort of literally butt fucked himself into
Yeah.
being arrested.
He
for this
it's not a
stupid
sort of. He literally butt fucked himself. Like he did. He fucked himself. It's I love it when things are out of context. Oh, it's
People.
beautiful.
Yeah, right? You know,
you say butt fucking, you have a pretty clear idea of it, and then there comes Grant O'Connell. and he just
O'Connor.
like fucks your complete and total idea of what butt fucking means.
he totally fucked my universe up.
You wonderful. I just evolved right there.
Dude.
Did you see that? I
Talk
became
about
a different person.
We didn't see it. It's very gradual.
I now have an understanding that I
gradual.
didn't have before. I love it. That's what this smile means. When I
This-
do that,
Dude.
it means it just evolved.
Look, for you people in your 20s, for God's sake, can you be more careful?
What's wrong with you? Why
What
would
is
you
the ma-
fucking be sitting on your cell
Don't
phone?
sit on your
Those
phone. It's
things are
expensive.
sitting on it. Even the old school digital pad ones, we learned that shit fast back in the 90s. All right, it's not even a smartphone thing. People have been butt dialing for 20 years now. I mean, stop it already. Don't be a fucking retard. If you're breaking the law, keep your cell phone where you can fucking see it.
At the very least.
For Christ's sakes.
Jesus.
And watch what you say to people in restaurants.
Turn the GPS shit off on your phone, people.
Yes, go into your phone.
People don't
please.
need to know the location of every place that you fucking sent an email from ever in the history of time.
We don't care.
Hold up, dude. I gotta go on Facebook.
And let's put it this
Hashtag
way:
on
the only
10th Street
people that
popping
do
crack.
care are people that you probably don't want to know.
Listen, back in the day, we used to call each other from fucking payphones and shit.
Oh yeah.
No one give a fuck what town you're in.
Nope.
It's like, yo, motherfucker, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Remember
all right?
when they used to be able to do that, trace that shit too? They've been watching people forever.
Yeah, man.
It's they're
They just got
evolving
more
too.
efficient at
Yep,
it.
exactly.
Shit.
They're evolving too.
Things.
See,
They're watching
evolution
every-
is everywhere.
There's things that I miss about phones existing.
What do you mean, like about house phones and shit?
Yeah, like legit phones.
What do you
and
mean?
Like the ability to circumvent paying for it. I miss them.
To circumvent what?
Paying for it.
What do you mean?
Like there's you can fucking use a payphone and trick it into fucking.
Oh, yeah.
And you can build shit to make free long distance. You used to be able to.
You used
I
to
mean,
be able to, yeah. You still can, right?
No,
If you can find a payphone.
Oh, I don't think that. No, because even they don't work on the same type of tones as what tricked.
Well, that was what the
Facebook.
trick was. If you could copy the tone, you could. It would like give you
well,
money.
no,
and
no,
shit.
no.
Well, wait,
Yeah.
no.
There was
that's not
one
true at
that was
all.
similar.
Hold on, I saw that on Hackers.
No,
What are you
no. That
talking
was
about?
The
They don't
movie,
give you
Hackers.
Just
They
that.
don't give you money.
If
It's
you
just
pre-record a dial tone
Not a
that
dial
you're
tone.
Well, hold on,
inserting
hold on.
money into, well, you know, like
What was the-
if
what
you-
was it?
If you can,
There's like a click that it makes
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
a
okay.
quarter.
Right.
And the click is what tells it that it got the money.
But it would give
So
you a
if
refund, right? So
No,
I remember
it would
the
make
fucking
your
number
You would
trick.
make your call, but even home phones, it's different. Obviously, it doesn't work on fucking tones of for money. But like you could, your frequency level when you are when a phone is ringing is lower than the frequency when they pick up. So if you build something that keeps the frequency low enough, you can dial and call someone long distance, and the phone company is none the wiser, other than going, why are they listening to a phone ringing for like 2 fucking hours?
Right.
But other than that, it's pretty good.
Well, there was also the trick where you could dial somebody's number, and then if you if you fucking slammed on the fucking the receiver, or the the bar on the hang up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you slammed on the receiver without hanging up, I think it was like 3 or 4 times or something like that, the phone call will go through.
Yeah.
There was like a code for people who are operators, and like all they had to do was go up and hit the receiver a number of times.
There's always a hack.
After you dial the number first, you would go in and like
There's always a
732,
hack.
blah 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 blah, and then the second that it was like before it would actually go into function, like you have not put money in. You know what I mean? Or I think it might have been actually you put the quarter in, then hit the coin return, and then hit the receiver.
Yeah.
And then the money came back out, but the phone call still went through. You know what I mean? Like,
It's one of those kinds of tricks that they don't expect anyone to try, and somebody does.
oh,
you
do
know?
you remember the best trick ever? 1-800-COLLECT. You just call somebody from 1-800-COLLECT. 732-531-9516. It's Ryan.
Right,
You know,
yeah,
and,
exactly.
you just
Yeah,
say the
you
number
would-
real
yeah.
fast, and then somebody would
People
just
go,
call you back
say your
at the
name
cell
at the
phone.
tone. And you
Like
hear
you
you
would-
go, okay.
Like if you needed to make a free phone call
Yeah.
to get a ride, you just like call 1-800-COLLECT, and they'd be like, please say who the call is from. You'd be like 732-531-7777.
Yeah, right.
Ryan.
Yeah, right.
and, like,
And you
the
just call
person-
it back. It
and you
was
just hang
awesome.
up
Yeah.
And wait. And the person is like, ring, hello.
It's just like, who the fuck comes up with that as the system and goes, hey, I don't think anyone's going to fucking try to sneak some shit in
they
there.
didn't think that. Literally, honestly, back then it was still technology that they just thought was like,
Christ, sometimes
people
I
will
feel
just
Not
like-
pay for
true,
it.
dude. Sophia fucking did that shit on the Golden Girls.
Sophia did do that.
Well, yeah,
on the
no, I
Golden
know.
Girls.
She did it after the rest of us did. But
His grandma was friends with Estelle Getty.
Oh no, not mine. Mario, my friend Mario.
Oh, your friend Mario? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she was friends with Estelle Getty. She was actually much younger than the character she played, like much younger. You would
She
never.
was
Yeah, she was
younger
the
than
youngest
all
one
of
on the
them.
She was
show.
like blonde hair, had a very nice.
When did she
face.
pass away?
A few years ago, 5-6 years ago, something like that.
How much would you love to
Maybe
have?
not even.
How
It might
much
have
would
been
you
less.
love to have Betty White on Awesome Talk?
I hadn't seen her in a million years, like, because Mario's grandmother died when we were like
Kids,
16,
right? Yeah.
15. So like, she didn't come around after
Betty
that.
White on Awesome Talk. How great would that be?
She's pretty cool.
She's fucking cool.
Yeah,
You ever see the
she's
bit
a
she
saucy old whore.
does? Yeah, I know. You ever seen the bit she does with the giant glass of wine like this? And she fills it up. And she's like, I'm just going to have this, one glass of wine. And she turns and the camera pans over. And it's a giant glass of wine. And she's like, she could party, man.
Nice. I like old bitches who party.
All right. Let's see.
Yo, Betty White, get at me. Hashtag MC Suicide.
Here we go. Georgetown, Texas.
Ugh.
A
I'm going to
custom.
Texas in October.
Why?
Ugh.
My cousin's getting married, and I haven't had a vacation since I was a kid. So,
Yeah, if you want a vacation, you don't go to Texas.
we actually, I plan on firing a gun, going to a water park, eating a shitload of steak, and
Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Dude,
hanging
the
out.
steak is the best.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
There's plenty. Actually, I'm taking a tour of Cowboys Stadium too.
Oh, cool.
They're letting us go into the tunnels and the underground. Eli Manning was the first quarterback to sign the wall in that place, and I think they
Eli was?
Yeah, well, because
Wow.
he got the first win, in the
Sure,
stadium.
sure.
And it's like they regard it as a curse, so they whitewashed over his signature, but they still on the tour go, that's where Eli signed. Like they acknowledge that it happened, but they're
Yeah,
like,
they're
no,
just totally
we do not
bullshitting
speak
you.
of it.
Yeah.
They're like Charles Manson over there. You can't see it. And,
Yeah.
over here, we
Jimmy
have,
Hoffa buried over here.
Princess
That's where
Di.
Eli Manning
Princess
signed.
Di, actually, she kissed the wall over there. You wouldn't know,
Yeah.
but her DNA is all over it.
She rubbed her clitoris all over the
Yeah,
wall.
That's
over
where
here.
Eli Manning signed the wall, and then this is the moment that our insane owner decided he was going to paint over it,
Yeah.
even though he invited him to sign it. You know, like,
So,
yeah. So I'm going to do that.
guy goes to a place called Georgetown Papa Murphy's. It's a pizza place.
Georgetown
You don't know
Papa
what Papa
Murphy's.
Murphy's is?
What?
No.
It's a fucking pizza place.
Yeah, we knew that. I knew that now.
You go. Papa
I know what
Murphy-
Papa John's
You're
is.
like
I never heard of a
Papa
Papa
Murphy's. It's a pizza place.
Okay.
I go. You didn't
Somebody
know.
should
Wait,
tell
and then-
Papa John
and then
about
I
that.
Go, wait, and then I
He
go.
might not like
It's
that.
a pizza place, and you go. What is? What?
Well, hold on.
Oh,
how many?
finally, New Jersey and Texas have a case to go to war.
How many Papa pizza places? Can I make
Like
a Papa Rick's?
1,000.
How about we make a Papa Awesome Talk?
Well, there are a lot of Papas out there,
Papa.
just not chain wise.
He walks in. He's the last customer of the evening. Okay? That's when he caught employee Austin Michael Simmons rubbing his balls all over his pizza. The 18-year-old apologized profusely and said he did it because the guy ordered a pizza so close to closing time.
And because he asked for
That
extra ball
is true.
sauce.
Yeah, that is true.
Austin, look, if you're going to do that, you dip your balls in the sauce way ahead of time. Don't wait for the customer to
What
walk
was he
in.
Just
standing
let
by the
him-
front
what,
desk?
just let him
Like,
soak
Jesus
all
Christ.
day?
What do you like? Flip the dough in front of the dude and then just drop his balls out on top of it? Like, oh,
And what's funny is in the,
oh shit, you caught me.
in the report,
It's funny because when people do that, part of the mindset is, man, my genitals are so gross that this is going to fuck up their day.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, no one ever goes, well, I mean, I'm clean and everything. I mean, it's probably not the best thing that they're going to want to experience because I'm a stranger, but at least they're not going to die or something. Like, people just go, man,
No,
this is
I'm
gonna
rank."
Be, this is going to be gnarly as
yeah,
fuck.
let me put my sewer
Wouldn't
balls.
it be fucking funny if it was actually the customer who just sat down like, this guy rubbed the balls on my pizza? Like, he could taste it in the pepperoni.
Yeah, he's like, fuck.
Like, he was like, this tastes like,
like
fucking
balls.
ball sweat.
And you know what
the
happened?
fuck?
You know what happened? And the cops would be like, how do you know what balls taste like, huh? How do you know?
Listen, buddy, I've tasted my fair share.
Look,
of
I've had
ranch
some
balls.
balls in my mouth. I know what this is like. This ball dandruff, he told me it was Parmesan. It's
I
not.
feel like you've said that before.
That's a silly story, though. That's a silly story.
What's funny is the guy walked in and he asked him how old he was, and the kid said he was 18. And the guy went like this. He goes, so you're old enough to know not to put your balls on someone's pizza, right?
Yeah, it's true.
And then he just called the. What would you do? What?
I'd fucking punch the kid in the face.
Like, would
first
you
off.
jump over the counter?
First off, I wouldn't. I would get my fucking money back if I had paid
absolutely
already.
would not be asking him why he did it.
well, see,
No,
I
wouldn't
think
ask
I
him why.
would.
It's obvious. No, because he's an asshole. That's why.
Yeah, but I would walk in and I would go, because I like to create weirdness, and I would be like, "How old are you, son?" Just to make him feel as uncomfortable. Because
No,
the more
that's not
calm
how you make
are-
him uncomfortable.
Oh,
you make
I'll
him
make him
uncomfortable by
uncomfortable.
walking up behind him and
No.
behind him and whispering in his ear and going,
You know, how you make him uncomfortable. You punch him right in the fucking
then
jaw.
you put your arms around
And then
him
when
from
his
behind.
fucking head hits the pizza oven and his body crumples
just,
to the
like,
floor and
gently
his neck and
stroke
chin
his cheek
are
from
kinda
behind.
like tucked into his like
Tell him how much you love the
and he
ball
can't
sauce.
breathe and his legs are squirmed all over the place. That's pretty fucking uncomfortable.
Just nuzzle right in. Just nuzzle your beard right into
Okay,
his
so
neck.
everybody's got a different approach.
Well,
to
no,
this.
I'm
pretty
actually
sure
not a
that
violent
he's gonna be
person, but if
pretty
somebody stuck their
uncomfortable.
balls on my food right in fucking front of me because they think I ordered it too late, even though they're still open and their ovens are still on and they're still making pizza, and some fucking
To be
18-year-old
honest-
shithead just decided to stick his balls in my food right in front of me, yeah, I'd probably jump over the counter and knock his fucking
Yeah,
teeth
and to
down
be
his throat.
honest with you, taking your balls out and rubbing them on the pizza adds an extra at least 5 to 10 minutes work time. So fuck
Yeah,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You could just make my fucking pizza and go home,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like,
exactly. Or give me my pizza for free.
there may be more to the story. Maybe the customer was a dick. I'm not usually that type. If I walk in someplace and it's
Well-
like 10:50 and they're closing, I'll go, Hey, are you guys still cooking?
Hold
Can
on.
I get something? I'll
But this
ask
guy
politely.
walked in. This guy walked in, and balls were being dragged across this pizza. I mean,
Yeah, there's ball tracks.
I
Well, no,
really
did
think
he
that.
order something
See-
and the guy got mad and was like, "It's too late to order food. I'm gonna ball his pizza."
See,
You know,
but I
like-
feel like see, I'm sort of like when something very out of the ordinary happens, I have
That's
a
not
calm-
that
not out of the ordinary at all.
No, it's out of the ordinary
Not
to
even a
catch it happening in the middle of it.
Yeah,
is out
that's-
of the ordinary.
to catch it
That's
is-
out of the ordinary. So if I walked in,
normally
Well,
food service
sooner or
people
later,
are not
maybe-
that stupid so as to get caught.
yes,
Sooner or later, the fucking cameras in the backs of McDonald's will be made public, and we'll all know.
hey, I'll tell you what. You want transparency? McDonald's, fucking stream your McDonald's cameras live. We'll call that transparency.
They got it now.
No, not
They
live.
got it now. You walk to the counter, there's the fucking cameras all over the place. There's people
No,
right through.
I'm talking about this. I want to log on to McDonaldsandwall.com and
Why
watch.
would you ever want to log on to McDonald's anything?
I'll tell you why. Because if you're making my
Ever.
food, I want to make sure
I don't- they're not
that
making
your
my food.
balls
I don't eat
are
that
not
shit.
in my burgers. Well, I wouldn't eat it either.
Oh
but
yeah, well then
tell you
they're
what.
not making my food. Fuck them. Let
Here
them
you go.
poison the retards who want to eat it. I don't fucking care what they're doing.
if you want a gourmet restaurant,
Actually, if you want to dip your balls in any food, do it to McDonald's because you actually probably get cancer from it. You'll get like testicular cancer, and like the food won't be harmed one bit because it can fucking clean itself at this
and
point.
reduce the surface population.
Yeah, fuck you, whatever.
Yeah, but not the
those
mole
are the type
people.
of people who belong at McDonald's.
Go ahead. What do you got?
I said not the mole.
No, I thought you had something else you were gonna throw out there.
I'm not throwing.
You're not
No.
throwing.
No.
Just
Yeah.
catching and
I'm just
throwing back.
Picking
If you're
up
gonna
what you're
put
putting
balls
down.
in food, do it at McDonald's. Go for it. Nobody would fucking give a shit anyway. They're already eating McDonald's. It's not like they give a flying fuck about their diet.
A fracas broke out
A fracas.
at a New York country club wedding reception that needed police from 7 agencies to break it up.
Was it the Palins
That's funny because
And a bunch of bears.
and a bunch of bears?
And a bunch of Russians.
and Russians. It was reported that there was blood everywhere and holes in the walls.
Wow,
A 39-year-old was hospitalized,
that sounds like a heck of a fracas.
and when the country club was interviewed about the fracas, they said that no such thing happened and they don't know what the news is talking about. The police responded by saying, "That's ridiculous. Of course something happened here." However, here's the part
Yeah,
that...
Yay,
yeah,
police!
Yeah, but to be fair, the police are also the one that go, "That's ridiculous. He totally had a gun in his hand."
Yeah. Ooh, never mind. See, sorry, cops. I tried.
So, here's the fucked up part. I just want you guys to remember the words country club.
All I can remember is the word fracas.
No arrests were made.
That's okay.
Okay.
So, I just want to know if this
So
were
a bunch of rich people beat the ever living shit out of
ri-
each other,
rich-
and the cops let them do it.
rich
Okay.
white people
Yeah.
beat the shit out of each other.
Oh, come on. I'm sure they
Cops-
had a couple of token blacks there with money.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
That's how it is now.
If cops from 7 different fucking areas showed up at once and the people were black, somebody would have opened fire.
Well, maybe
No.
they live in part of the country where there's only one cop per town.
Not if they're all
Okay.
wearing. Not if they're all wearing Gucci suits dressed to the nines. Hell no, man.
Well, good
Driving
point.
Mercedes. You don't roll. You're a cop. You're in a Chevy. You don't roll up in there fucking pointing fingers at rich people. Hell no.
Hell no.
I mean, we pay their salary as well, but they know who pays the bulk of it. You know.
No arrests were made. 39-year-old was hospitalized with all sorts
Yeah.
of head damage.
Oh, what about?
How
ooh.
much head damage
Ooh.
did they already have before the fight
Yeah.
started?
Uber head,
I got one
Palin
for you.
style head
What was
damage.
that? Was that? It wasn't Missouri, but it was somewhere around that
Missouri.
region. But there
Missouri.
was a white dude who, like a redneck, crazy ass, fucking drunk to shit, drugged out, fucking out of his goddamn mind, white dude.
Can we just call him Jarvis?
We could, you could, it would fit. But this crazy motherfucker shows up into a fucking parking lot of like a pharmacy or a bank or something with a fucking shotgun and starts threatening people and firing rounds off into the sky. And he's just, standoffish and crazy. The cops show up and try and talk him out of it for like an hour, like just sitting there like, oh, well, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Like, nobody shot him. He didn't take one fucking bullet. crazy as shit with a shotgun.
Oh no, I know what you're talking
right
about.
in
Sure.
front of a
Yeah.
fucking sea of cops.
Yeah.
Who will, if he was black, he'd be dead. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, totes, dude. Totes.
dude, this guy. I mean, I don't know if he was the neighborhood crazy. I don't know what was going on. Maybe this is a regular thing. I doubt it,
Hey,
but
look,
whatever.
listen.
You know, like. But there you go, though. But that's what I'm saying. And people wonder. People
Right,
wonder
right,
why
right,
everybody
right.
gets so mad about that shit. It's like, well, there you go.
You get mad about that
Like,
shit because
look,
we are
I'm tired
officially
of it
living in
too.
an age.
Hey.
We are officially living in a time
Dude.
where even as white people, we sit around and go, "Oh man, this is
Yeah.
fucked up." That's exactly
I'm
right.
tired of
This is
racism too,
fucked
dude. I'm
up.
fucking sick of it. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of the whole goddamn thing. Like, that shit doesn't really impair my life. I see a million people
I
a day.
don't want to have the race conversation.
Yeah,
man.
me neither.
What do
I'm
you mean?
tired of it.
I mean, it's all we talk about on Awesome Talk sometimes, and it's fucking boring and annoying.
I don't think we.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't think we
Beca-
touch it
not
that much
be-
on
oh,
Awesome Talk.
Mostly because it's the same thing over and over and over again.
Which
So
is
it's-
what?
So it's the same conversation, and we don't have to have it on Ice in the Face.
I don't think we
too.
did
Yeah,
race
yeah.
on Awesome
Sure.
Awesome Talk for a
Yes,
long
we
time.
do. We've talked about race a million times. How it's not
Well, no.
racism anymore. It's
Well, no, we
class
talk
or
about
money
the
and
stories and shit, but I
racism
think we
doesn't
take them off into
exist
different
and-
topics. We don't really sit
Yeah,
there
I
and harp
know,
on the
it gets
racism.
brought up all the time.
Well, yeah, but that's
Well-
because it's a common theme in society at the moment.
Well, it seems to be a common theme among.
It's popping up all the time.
Among
That's what
law
I'm saying. I'm
enforcement,
sick of
you
it.
know?
That's why I think we should talk about it to get other people sick of it.
But
and
you
say,
just
hey,
said you were sick of it and
I
didn't
am,
want to talk
but
about
it's
it
there.
anymore.
I know, but I'm not gonna like stick my head in the sand. It's there. It's there, and no matter how sick of it I am, it's not going anywhere because people are stupid and they still don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah, that's true. People don't understand.
You know, I mean,
what the
that's
problem
why
is.
it's still there. We've had the tools to deal with this for fucking decades now, and we still haven't. That's why it's there. So we unfortunately have to keep fucking talking about it. You know, I mean, unfortunately, I can't tell you how sick I am talking about it. There aren't anybody of any skin color in my life that I feel the need, But I mean, if we have to keep reading this shit in the news, then apparently we have to keep telling people the obvious. Like it really doesn't matter anymore. Like, and yes, there is a fucking inherence of racism in this government, and it does not represent the populace. Like there are a lot of people out there.
And
that-
that's true too.
It does
It doesn't
represent.
represent.
I'll give you a 40% though. There's a fucking lot of people that it does. That racism speaks from the hearts of several awful. And it's not even like I hate them. I feel bad for them because I can't imagine what it's like to live with that much hate in your heart.
Yeah.
Like I hate people and I hate things that happen in the world, and I admit that I have hate in my heart. But I also I understand that I know how to let go of it. And I'm not going to be like, well, then fuck that person. He's not like me. He's all right. No, I wonder, why do you have that hate in your, wow, something must have happened, to you at some point. Like, I feel bad for you, like it's a lot easier to just let go of that shit and be happy, even if you don't have a reason, like I don't see what it gains.
Can I throw something new out there?
I think we're pretty much out of time.
No, we have time.
Yeah.
Spain. A cemetery worker has been suspended for taking a picture with a corpse that he had exhumed to make room for the deceased wife.
You have been thinking about a lot of corpses this week.
There's corpses everywhere in the news.
There's a
People
lot
are
of
fucking them.
corpses.
They're digging them up. They're
I
putting them in
know.
freezers.
And kitties, yeah. I mean, oh my God. This is a very corpse-laden episode.
I have not hit the punchline yet. The dead guy's niece is the one who took the picture.
Wow.
So,
That was common at one time. It's still common in places now.
what do you mean it's common?
It's common to take pictures of dead people.
Oh, yeah. Well,
With your dead relatives and shit?
I
Like
don't-
they used to take them and pose them
Oh,
as
yeah.
if they were still alive. Like they like a baby would die and they would take fucking pictures of like the mother cradling the baby.
Wow.
Or
Yeah,
like
the mom and the
they'll
baby
have,
died
or they,
together,
Like, or
so,
like
yeah.
if a little kid died, they would have like its like little sister sit next to them on chairs and have it propped up so it looks like it's still alive.
Yeah.
So like they're just two kids sitting together and chilling.
Jesus.
correct me if I'm
So-
wrong, but they've done a lot of like exhibits on that, and like there might be a couple of museums that are all funeral photography.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a
Never
lot of
seen
that
those
out there.
pictures?
No,
Yeah, no,
never.
there's tons. Like,
They're
oh,
creepy.
our brothers died in the war. We brought them back, dressed them up, and now they're all sitting on the couch together, you know. And they're like,
This is a thing?
yeah, oh,
This
dude,
is a thing.
yeah, from like 100
It's not
so
even
years
that.
ago.
Like, it's a thing now too in
I didn't
parts
know it
of
was
the
still
world.
I want to
thing
get all my
now.
dead
It's just
pets
not a thing
and a family
here
photo.
anymore.
Yeah.
But
It's still a thing now. People still
yeah,
do it. It's in
yeah.
practice.
yeah,
Jesus. Well,
it's not in practice.
but you
in
know what?
this
But
country,
who am I
don't
to
think as
judge?
Much, but
I keep saying that when I die, I want somebody to put me in
I
a
don't know.
glass case with a sensor in the front, so when they walk by, I say things that I say.
Well, remember,
Like, hey, fuck you.
in the 80s, we
And shit like that.
glorified the shit out of a movie where a bunch of kids, the entire movie, they just got together so that they could go stare at a dead body by a riverside.
Was that
Stand By Me.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Totes.
LaForge.
Heard there's a dead body down there. Let's go look at it. And so they literally walked how many miles over the span of 2 days just to go poke a stick at a dead body.
dead body, pretty much.
And that was like a completely acceptable premise. Like,
Roswell, New Mexico.
oh boy, here we go.
The driver of a vehicle that was found rolled over on the side of the road called 911 7 hours after cops had already been to the crash and found no victims.
What?
In other words, a car rolled over on the side of the road. The cops showed up. There was nobody present at the accident. The car was upside down, from what I understand. The driver said that he was with a buddy in the passenger seat. They were out drinking the night before, and the next thing he remembers was waking up in a field of donkeys.
Yeah, whatever. It sounds like he fucking was hitting the tequila.
Yeah,
pretty hard.
pretty
Yeah,
hard.
you know what? I've fucking thought a lot of things happened to me after I was drunk on all fucking night too.
That's
You
what
know?
happens when you go out for Tex Mex.
And you know what? When you
Texas.
when you're drunk as shit and then you bang your head because you flipped your fucking car over. Yeah, that probably doesn't help your mental state much.
You wake up in a field of donkeys. What do you do?
Go, wow.
Hope
That
they're
was
friendly.
that was fun. Yeah.
They're friendly.
Yeah. Like, did you shit on me? Oh, okay, no, good. I'm lucky. And
Yeah.
and get up and leave.
Yeah. So,
I fall
Field of
asleep lots of places.
you know, I read the Field of Donkeys thing, and I just pictured, for some reason, with no prompting whatsoever, I imagined it was a naked dude in a field of donkeys waking up mid-donkey hump from
Of course, that's how you imagined
Whoa,
it.
whoa. What are you saying? Donkeys are rapists now?
No, the dude is raping
He
donkeys, not the
passed
other way
out in a
around.
field of fucking donkeys.
He
I
said
mean,
he woke up in a field of
It's
donkeys.
not like it was a frozen cat field.
Well, it's a good point. He
Yeah.
wasn't like humping the freezer.
And
or
I'm
anything.
sorry, dude, but yo, you know, I mean, you've heard the expression "kicked by a mule." It ain't easy to rape a donkey, bro. Like, that donkey got to know you, trust you. You have to build a relationship with that donkey before you get in that ass.
All right, look. How
or
many?
just hit it with a car until it blacks out.
Who among us have not blacked out from alcohol?
Me.
I've blacked.
Well,
I mean,
I've
I don't know
blacked
about
out.
blacked
Well,
out, passed out,
Maybe
and then
blacked
forgotten
out.
some
Forgot
shit.
some shit. Sure.
I
That
don't know
might
if I've
be
ever been
blacking
that
out.
drunk that I was completely incomprehensible of what was happening around me. As
You
long as I
wake
was
up in a
awake.
field of donkeys. What's the first thing you
You
think?
see, that would never have happened to me. I've never done that. Okay.
You wake
I
up
have
in a
never
field of donkeys. What's the first thing you think?
Get up and get the fuck out of this
Out
field
of
of
these-
donkeys. You know, I ain't like
Escape the
I have a
donkey
car.
field.
I have a car somewhere, and I should have a wallet. That's usually the first thing that goes through my head.
I
Like, okay,
should have a wallet.
assessment, wallet, shoes, pants, clothes. Check. You know, car. No, none visible. And then we rise and we try and solve that conundrum. You know, like.
We rise.
Yes, we rise. We try and solve that conundrum right there. Okay, I got here somehow, and I'm fairly
You
certain
can't
it wasn't
stop
walking.
all the donkeys from following you everywhere, and there's like thousands of
See, I'd
them.
be
Yeah,
cool
you've
with
got
that.
a-
I like animals.
I'll tell you what. If I wake up with a fucking team of donkeys on my side
Yeah.
and they're all following me
Yeah.
at my command,
Then I would wonder what happened.
Be like,
Then
kick
I'd be
him,
like,
Paco, kick him.
what's the movie? What's that movie? Dude, where's my car? That's
Oh,
what
God,
it is.
that was
the one where they wake up from the night
Yeah.
before, have literally no idea
that
what
was
happened.
ridiculous.
That's one of the only movies.
That's also The Hangover.
Yeah, that's true. But the Dude, Where's My Car is one of the only movies I ever saw twice in the movie theater. Yeah.
I never saw it once in the movie theater.
Yes, you did.
No, I saw it
yes,
on VHS.
you. No bullshit. Because I went to the movies with you, and
No,
that's
you
why
did
I
not.
went twice.
No.
That's 100% true.
That is
I went
not.
to the movies with him.
No, you
that's the
didn't.
reason I went twice, because he said he'd go, and I said, "Oh, I'll go
What?
again." Yes.
I did not see that movie.
Yes.
In the movie. No, I didn't.
You absolutely did.
You are thinking
Ryan
of
went
someone
and picked up
else.
a ball pizza for them to eat together.
At that
the
point
And then he
in
went
time-
ball
Park
pizza
bench.
tripping.
No, at that point in time,
he
actually,
set
the
up
only
a picnic
movie,
in a donkey field.
the only movie at that point in time that I had seen in the movie theater
Brought
in like
some
years,
DVD.
because all the only movies I ever saw were the ones I could sneak into. The only movie that I had seen in years was Austin Powers 2.
Dude.
I saw it with Keith, and I saw that twice.
Yes,
I did not see Dudes, Where's My Car?
you did.
No, I did not.
I went with you.
All right,
You
I think
sat
we're
with me
pretty
on the
much
right.
out of time right now.
Well,
so can we
whatever.
just stop that bullshit?
Okay, we've got about 4 minutes left before the end of the show. It's seal of approval time. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
My seal of approval goes to Ryan for his birthday. That's not yet, but soon.
That's a lame reason for approval. I'm
in
older.
17 minutes. Well, it wasn't so much. I don't approve of it. I just.
It's an hour and 17
I'm just
minutes.
acknowledging it so that way other people listening could approve of it.
Absolutely.
But if they don't approve, they could kidnap you and leave you in a donkey field
Yes.
with a birthday cake.
If we're all so fucking lucky. Happy birthday, Ryan.
Yes, I will empty cup
Thank you,
you.
madam.
One cripple, one cup.
Go ahead.
All the
Your seal of approval.
All the muscles in the back of my left leg just like completely cramped.
Stop being old.
I can't now. I'm older today.
Tomorrow.
I don't know. Seal of approval. Nobody gets one today. It's my fucking birthday. You all suck. Nobody gets a seal of approval. Stop being dickheads to each other. Nobody gets a seal of approval this week. I'm sorry. I've just been, aside from you two and, the usual suspects, the only people I've hung out with are assholes, and they all deserve every little fucking bit that they get this week. I'm sorry. No seal of approval. Nobody gets it. I'm really there this week. Fuck all of you. Take care of yourselves and stop being assholes.
I have a seal of approval. I want to put it out to, I feel like it's one that you've done before, Sarah, but I want to send it out to Oculus Rift.
I knew you were going to say it.
How did you know that?
I actually think that's probably your second time you seal of approval to something I also seal of approval previously.
Okay, well, whatevs.
No, I'm not like blaming you. I'm just saying the Oculus Rift seems to be the number one seal of
You were
approval.
jumping,
around
No,
here.
I
you were
was-
jumping
well,
her content last time.
I have a
too.
second seal of approval, too, but which I'm going to get to, but I wanted to say Oculus
I
Rift.
just want to keep saying it so many times that they send us one.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that. But we watched a video last night of Oculus Rift where a dude put the fucking headset on, and they set him up with like a roller coaster, but it was like a really weird sort of backyard practical roller coaster.
No, it was through a living room.
Yeah, it was through a living room. It was unbelievable. And like the dude was like,
Sweet.
he seriously felt like he was there. I mean, his
Yeah, we'll
arms were
show
like,
you the
holy
video.
shit. It was amazing. So that totes gets my seal of approval. My other one, I wanted to send out to Tim and Eric because their new show
Tonight.
starts soon.
Bedtime stories.
Yeah, bedtime
I am
stories.
so ready.
I am so pumped for this fucking
Yeah.
And
show.
new
looks
South
good.
Park next week.
Absolutely. But
Oh, and there's a teaser out for fucking Better Call Saul too?
yes, there is. Totally.
Dude,
But-
everybody has to watch the bedtime stories trailer. It is so fucking
Go on YouTube, watch the bedtime stories.
uncomfortably creepy.
Because here's the thing. You need to really understand the value of comedy to get Tim and Eric
You really need to put your fingers in a steeple configuration
and just
and just
rattle
watch the
them off.
and just
one on
watch
one.
the video.
Yeah, totally. Totes. I love Tim and Eric. I am so glad they're coming back. And
Yeah, they're hilarious.
they're just genius comedy
Yeah, they're
writers.
smart,
So
They make fun of being a comedy writer.
they make fun of
Absolutely everything.
everyday life in a way that is so unbelievably, uncomfortably dick in your ass pitch perfect. And I fucking love it. So that's my seal of approval. Anybody got anything else they want to throw out there real quick? Because that's 1 hour for us right there.
Eat pussy.
Eat Russian pussy.
Well, all right. So I guess this has now been Ice End of the Face.
I in the F.
Number 25, September 18th, 2014. Thank you very much for listening.
My left leg is really cramped.